it is good you come out and ask questions regarding to that issue. And please, we should stop misinterpreting people. When somebody says something, report it the way the person says it. Don't twist people's word. People have been doing that in this very struggle so much time. So many times, when somebody says something, you will twist it to suit your argument or to demonize that person. It won't take you anywhere. It won't take you anywhere. A lie remains a lie. The truth remains the truth. Somebody can lie from heaven to a lie remains a lie. It doesn't matter who tells that lie. Even if it is a pope, even if it is a prince, even if it's whoever, your pastor, when they tell a lie remains a lie. A lie cannot become truth because of the person that told it. No, a lie remains a lie. And remember the word of Mazen Nandikan, we cannot build Biafra in lies. It must be in truth. So my fellow Biafrans, today we are going to hit it up on this topic that we have chosen, the Igbos under siege in Nigeria. There is no doubt that we are under siege in Nigeria. Only a hater will claim that we are not under siege in Nigeria. And that is why I say that only a Biafran understands what a Biafran is going through, an Igbo person is going through. To an extent, only an Igbo man will understand what an Igbo man is going through in Nigeria. If you are not an Igbo man, you are not an Igbo person. If you are not an Igbo person, you can never understand the terrible situation the Igbos are facing. It doesn't matter how rich. So many of us Igbos are even pretending about it. So many of us Igbos, we pretend all is well. But deep down in our heart, including those Igbos that are supporting this one Nigeria, more especially those Igbo politicians that are supporting one Nigeria, those Igbo influencers that are deep down in them, they know that to be an Igbo man in Nigeria is not a day job. To be an Igbo man in Nigeria is not a day job. For an Igbo man to appear in Nigeria, you have to go extraordinary miles. In every situation, you have to explain yourself over and over again. Over something that people take 5 minutes to do. For an Igbo man to do it, will take him 30 minutes, days, years to achieve. Because they put barriers. They put barriers, particularly to the Igbo people. So when we say the Igbo under siege, the Igbos are under siege in Nigeria, it is not a made-up story. And if you are not an Igbo person, you will not understand. Don't tell me, yes, you understand. You don't understand. You can never, ever understand. Just accept it in the way we say it. You will not understand. Only Igbo people can understand that. And our fellow Biafrans can understand that. As we speak, the world is watching another genocide unfold, and they do nothing. As always, they're always late. The same way they watch Rwanda happen, and later they come and write the story of Rwanda. The same way they allow the Jews' Holocaust to happen, and they use that story. The same way they allowed Kosovo to happen, they did that story. They are still today folding their hand and watching genocide in Biafra land the second time. The first one happened, they watched it happen from 1967 to 1970. They did nothing. It is unfolding again, and they are doing nothing. They are expecting to, until when we are wiped out, then they will use it to write history. That so time and so time, and a tribe, the Biafran people, mainly of Igbos, we are extinct. They are just waiting to write that history. But we will not allow them. It is not going to happen. Not while Chukwuka Kabiama lives. It is not going to happen. The abduction of our lawyer has everything to do with being an Igbo man. In case you do not know. In case you do not know, you better know that now. My brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of Biafra, wherever you are watching from, whether you are watching us from Biafra land, you are watching us across Nigeria, you are watching us from any African country, you are watching from Europe, from America, I welcome you all to the special broadcast in this very platform, the Herbert channel. Today, we speak not just as an individual, but a nation under oppression. As a people crying for justice, and as voices of truth in a land drowning in lies. The discrimination and intimidation of the Igbos in Nigeria is not new. It's not new. In as much as people pretend about this, it is not new. It didn't start today. It didn't start yesterday. It is systemic. It is very, very systematic, deliberate, and dangerous. From government appointments to security profiling, from political exclusion to economic sabotage, the Igbo man has become a target in his own homeland. And the world must remain silent and watch. Why? Why would the world remain silent and watch? That is the question. Why is the world silent in the face of all these atrocities that is happening? Why will the world remain silent? What are they expecting us to do? What are they waiting for to take action? What is it going to take them for them to be able to do what they have to do? My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching, we are here this morning, and based on things that are happening that we have seen today, more especially as we are expecting the case of Mazen Nandekan to come up tomorrow, while we are waiting, the lawyer was abducted simply because he was protected. And you go to their media to see how evil Nigerian media is. You see reactions. But the most painful, that whenever this evil reactions is going to come, they will push forward an Igbo man. I saw one video where an Igbo man who claimed to be a senior advocate was actually supporting the fact that Aloy Ejimako was detained. It is painful. So that is why when we talk about elite, there are no elites in Biafra land. There are none. The people that are supposed to be standing along to defend us are the people that are betraying us in the front line. And when I see these things on the media, I shed tears. That even our own people, Igbo senior advocates, was busy trying to side the government, trying to qualify the arrest of Aloy Ejimako. It's a shame. But I want to play that video so that all of us can be able to listen to him. Maybe I didn't understand him well. Just maybe. Thank God that my brother Christian is here. You're welcome, my brother Christian. Thank you so much for joining, Christian. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Morning, brother. Morning.
Thank you so much. So let us listen to this man, what he said. Maybe I understand it differently. Maybe when we put head together and listen to what this man said, maybe I might be wrong. So let's listen to what he has to say.
No question. To us Igbos, it's a very sensitive issue. So,
and I believe for all Nigerians.
Yeah, well, so I will answer it from two perspectives.
Yes.
First, as an Igbo man, then as a senior advocate of Nigeria.
Great.
As an Igbo man, according to them, he is a freedom fighter. But as a lawyer, when you have handed over your proceedings, your issues to court, you are no longer entitled to resort to self-help. What they are doing now is simply self-help, which is not allowed by law. I think the protest is completely ill-timed. Now, the federal government has closed its case. The highly respected lawyer, makes a no-case submission, as I'm told, but I'm not following the case.
Yes.
And they overruled it and said,
the finance was called to open its trial.
Come here and tender your defense. Instead of going to tender your defense, you go to the streets.
Lawyer Opara says there's nothing that stops him as a lawyer or a Nigerian from protesting. He says there's no law. That's what he told me.
No, but I'll tell you straight. Now, there was a lawyer that is with us here in Abuja. He did a matter in Kaduna. And he lost. The matter was in the Court of Appeal. He went to, it was a house. He went to the house and wrote, this house is subject of litigation. and wrote his phone number on the property. He's been disbarred.
For writing his number?
His number, yes. Because you are interfering with the judicial proceeding. I won't mention his name. He's been disbarred. And a very, very brilliant young man. I did so many cases when we were doing AA cases together. Very vibrant young man.
He's a madman.
Then here you are defending somebody.
An Igbo man.
Why did you see Onyeti Pazo on the street?
Can I say something quickly about this man?
You are defending somebody you know the matter is pending.
When he ends, then we'll
and what you, as a lawyer, doing a matter is doing is asking the federal government to interfere and direct a judge.
Oh, God.
I don't know if you get it. You direct a judge how to decide a matter pending before him.
Look at that.
It is the same people who are shouting up and down that will come and say, Tinubu interfere with the judiciary.
Well, Mazi, it's good. It's good that these people, they are coming out. We have to be taking note of people like this. You know why I'm saying what I'm saying now? Because I saw...
Advocate, an Igbo man. Look at what nonsense is saying.
Mazi, listen, I saw with my own eyes when Femi Falana, who represented Showore, when he was accused of treasonous offense, and the Take It Back group, they were protesting it, and Femi Falana was there making the appeal that there's no grant. So what is this guy talking about? So why do they know now disbar Femi Falana or arrest him? They cannot do that. He's a Yoruba man. Femi Falana is a Yoruba man. But Aloy Ejimako, arguably the most, I can't even think of any lawyer in that contraction called Nigeria better than Aloy Ejimako.
No.
When you're talking now logically, eloquence, there's nobody. I've heard from so many of them. None of them, because Aloy Ejimako is well read. He's not just one of these quack lawyers you have in the zoo. They've now arrested him and sent him to Kuje with one shirt and one trouser. He's going to be there, they said, till Friday. You think they will do that to a Yoruba, a stud lawyer like Aloy Ejimako?
Never.
And the point is that there's nowhere that is written or is in the law, in the constitution. And more so, he said that he's coming to support, not as a lawyer, but as an individual, as a citizen.
Of course, he made the video. He said it on video before that he made it very clear.
And this guy, this one now, when Igbo man, is coming to justify, the abnormality, the criminality that goes on in Nigeria. So that's why I said that all these things, when they are happening, is good. That we are knowing them, noting their names and their faces and stuff like that. Because at some point, it will come back to bite you in the butt. How do you go?
My brother, let us take, you will see where this, I want us to pay attention to, there is a place he said that he is not following the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he claimed to be an Igbo man.
That he is not following it.
And yet, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are not following, he doesn't follow the case. And he said, is no advocate in Nigeria.
A case that is making news all over the globe.
Let's listen. I want to hear it from him.
Okay.
You see, the Nnamdi Kanu question to us Igbos is a very sensitive issue. So,
and I believe for all Nigerians.
Yeah, well, so I will answer it from two perspectives.
You see, he is speaking as an Igbo man, oh. You see how dangerous this people are. He is speaking as an Igbo man. He is presenting himself as a representative of the Igbo people, as an Igbo man. As he's speaking now. You see the way he addressed the issue with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Perspectives.
Yes.
First, as an Igbo man. Then, as a senior advocate of Nigeria.
Senior advocate of Nigeria.
As an Igbo man, I want them to release Nnamdi Kanu even yesterday. Because, according to them, he is a freedom fighter.
Did you hear that?
According to them.
According to them, he's a freedom fighter. Oh. Did you see this? You see this kind of, how can you have this kind of individual, human beings?
According to them.
Still surviving in our land, and you think things can work out?
Wow.
You can imagine, after more than 10, since 2011, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been battling. His case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is almost 10 years now. A senior advocate, an Igbo man, said that he according to them, he said he's a freedom fighter. Hi,
Wow.
Let's listen.
But as a lawyer, when you have handed over your proceedings, your issues to court, you are no longer entitled to resort to self-help.
You see, the protest now, he's calling the protest self-help.
But choose that one singular word that he used, according to them, he's a freedom fighter. That has disqualified him, disqualified everything that comes out of his mouth. Yeah. Yeah, according to that. So as an Igbo man, you don't know about the marginalization of Igbo that is so you can't even, there's this thing you said, I don't know the word you use, the headline of this topic today, you used something, you said about Igbo, there's something you said like the topic of today, right? Exactly, under siege, you said.
Yes.
Yeah, well, obviously that is an understatement because I'm going to today make some analysis on the things that is so blatant for everybody to see and to know when it comes to the conspiracy, conspiracy, the gang up,
So much, my brother.
So, all they are good.
What they are doing now is simply self-help, which is not allowed by law. I think the protest is completely ill-timed. Now, the federal government has closed its case. The highly respected lawyer.
You see, this is their group. That was why I tell you, when they brought that Agabi to come and represent Masin and say he's a senior advocate.
Yeah, that was their,
These people, this is their clique. They know themselves.
They are the same,
And the politician planned it together to introduce this Agabi.
Yes.
To make sure they force Aloy Ejimako to push Masin Nankan to stand the trial.
Yes.
Because Aloy Ejimako, his stand has always been that extraordinary rendition has made it impossible for them to try Masin Nankan. They don't have the jurisdiction.
Yeah.
And Masin Nankan have won the case.
Yeah.
But in order to create that space for them to do what they push this Agabi inside. And look at what he say. I want you to pay attention. He will confess himself. He will say by himself that he's not following the case. You can imagine a senior advocate in Nigeria, even if you're not an Igbo man, and you say you're not following the case of Masin, you must. Just listen.
I went
Serious. Let's listen.
Jesus. Makes a no-case submission, as I'm told, but I'm not following the case.
Yes.
Did you hear that? He said he made a no-case submission, as I was told. I am not following the case. Can you imagine that he is not following this case? You are not following the case, and still yet you have the court to say, as he claimed to be a freedom fighter.
As they say.
You don't even know anything about it, and you are accusing Aloy Ejimako that he's not supposed to protest. In a case that you're not following, you don't even know what is happening in it. And they brought you on the media to come and speak on it against your own brother, against your own ethnicity. And you are standing there wearing a cap as an Igbo man.
No case submission, as I'm told, but I'm not following the case.
Yes.
And they overruled and said
the finance was called to open its trial.
Come here and tender your defense. Instead of going to tender your defense, you go to the streets.
Lawyer Opara says there's nothing that stops him.
You see this idiot? He's not following the case, so he didn't see all the illegalities of the government all this while. He is not aware that Masin Nankan have won his case in Kenya, won the case in 3 courts in Nigeria. He's not aware that Masin Nankan was freed in an appeal court and they still continue to hold him. He didn't see all this because he's not following the case. Only now that Aloy Ejimako has to join people who are protesting as a citizen that Masin Nankan should be released. They took Aloy Ejimako, then they brought him to come and speak. And this idiot is coming boldly before the this world.
Yeah, because the thing is, the people like this, they are part of the, enemy that we faces. So their own resolve is that making Nnamdi Kanu stay there, even seeing everybody is obvious that what they are doing is stonewalling. They are not out to pass judgment. They are not out to do the right thing. The justice system, they have made up their mind on what to do to continue. And we've seen it before, like Shoro tell everybody, it's a playbook because it happened with Abiola and so many others too in the past. So when they continue, like now that Aloy Ejimako is inside now, it's also deliberate. It's also orchestrated because he's supposed to be there tomorrow as the lead counsel, but they put him there. So maybe tomorrow they might just use that because they're always looking for an excuse to pile up so that they will be using these excuses to postpone and postpone and postpone. They might tell you tomorrow that because the lead counsel is not oh God. Therefore, they reschedule. So, and this Anu, he's aware, he knows this things. It's probably been, you know, the politicians in the Ohanese and all of them. They brought him to come and do this damage. But on the Anoa, Chineke Mermebere, Open and the Anoa, all of them as we are taking note. Chineke, oh, if again, in the Anoa, oh God. All right, Mazi, I'll go over the video.
Lawyer or a Nigerian from protesting. He says there's no law. That's what he told me.
No, but I'll tell you straight. Now, there was a lawyer that is with us here in Abuja. He did a matter in Kaduna. And he lost. The matter was in the Court of Appeal. He went to, it was a house. He went to the house and wrote, this house is subject of litigation. And wrote his phone number on the property. He's been disbarred.
For writing his number?
His number, yes. Because you are interfering with the judicial proceeding. I won't mention his name. He's been disbarred. And a very, very brilliant young man. I did so many cases when we were doing AA cases together. Very, very, very vibrant young man. Then here you are defending somebody. Why didn't you see Onyeti Pazo on the street? You are defending somebody, you know the matter is pending in court. And what you, as a lawyer, doing a matter is asking the federal government to interfere and direct a judge. I don't know if you get it. You direct a judge how to decide a matter pending before him.
Is interpreting this thing.
No, he's clearly on the side of the enemy.
Shouting up and down, that will come and say,
very annoying.
Tinubu interfere with the judiciary.
Is he? Yeah. Yeah. He's clearly on the side of the enemy, you know, justifying Tinubu. Tinubu is one of the, if not the number one hater, enemies of Igbo. And I will explain it. You know, these very good. But again, I think it has to, because it's like you have to clean the inside before you go out, you know. So all this whole thing has to begin to, you know, put our own, solve that enemy within. Is going to be very, very important. But again, these people like this, their time is, you know, withering away. They have to be withered away because if we have to, we can never depend on all these people like this. They will support the enemy to keep us perpetually in bondage in Nigeria, because that is what, based off of your topic, that's what it's all about. You know, the siege of Igbo in Nigeria is coming from every angle, and it takes those with understanding to know what is going on. I said that Tinubu is an enemy, big time enemy, and he's doing it in such a diverse ways that if you don't know, if you cannot read the sign or the time, you may just not get it. Okay, so he adjusts everything he does. He is the one who he came in and make sure that the seaport doesn't see the light of day in Igbo land. There was I see that there was a contract to that effect, and is it Aba Port Harcourt way? He has also stopped it now because Alex Oti, you know, they are trying to force him into APC, and even the fake coup that they claimed, which I never believe is true, they are trying to also loop P2B into it. That's what I'm hearing now. That yeah, in fact they are investigating already about this, about that. That there is a former governor who is behind it, who is financing it. So and Tinubu is spearheading all this whole thing going on. All the destruction of Igbo businesses and properties in Lagos. You think he doesn't know about it? He's sending them. The arrest of Ejimako now, he also understands the game behind it. Exactly. Because it wasn't some kind of spontaneous. No, they've already planned it, because he already told them that he will come for the protest.
Immediately, Ejimako announced that he will be
exactly.
They were waiting for him.
Exactly. So the case of, because yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I saw this guy. I don't know if he's a child of, if he's a son of the late Iwanyamu, but he bears the name Iwanyamu, and he's a senator.
Yeah, I think I have his video here. I will play his video. I saw his video on channel. On
channel with Sheung. So if you want to play, maybe when you play. Yeah, maybe when you play, we can now analyze it, sort of, So because I watched it, though he did his best, he did. I mean, as a politician in the country, so no matter what, they will always speak like politicians, But if somebody will ask me a question in terms of how is Igbo being marginalized, the answer is all over the place. You don't need to look further. I don't even need to think to give it to you, okay? I don't need to think, because Shem will sit down there, these are all, they are all the same. They are not any different from the same people, enemies who are in position of authority. They are just the same, working together. He asked him, how is Igbos marginalized? Then he should tell me, how is it that the seaport that's supposed to operate in Igbo land, they stop it? Why? So that we will be using the one in Lagos, which is Yoruba land, because all the money, all the dumorage that they are generating. I know how many times I've paid dumorage over goods in the wharf there in Lagos, because you overstay.
They will intentionally keep it to incur that dumorage.
Exactly, and those monies, it goes to them. Those are the money they are using to build Lagos, which they are calling Yoruba land, that you don't have access to. That tomorrow will tell you kwapu kwapu. And you are telling me how is Igbo marginal? You think we are stupid? We should have seaport in our place. But you refuse. You deliberately refuse. How about airport? So you are asking Iwanyamu, how is Igbo marginalized? Really? And he talked about, you know what he said? He said that Southeast region, 5 states. He mentioned that is the marginalization there. That is the marginalization there. How is it that Yoruba have 6 states? The so-called South, they give 6 states. In the North, some 7. Igbo, what they did.
We'll get to that. When we play that video, we can be able to.
My brother, okay, continue.
I want to play the response of Maxwell to this assertion that this idiot made now about Lawyer Ejimako. Maxwell responded in one of the interviews. So let us hear what Maxwell has to say.
As the researcher, I've been going through the laws to see the law that say that a lawyer cannot protest or participate in protest against injustice, or when the right of his client is being violated. I'm here to see the law. Assuming that there is a law, that law cannot be applied as a valid law, because the Constitution said any law that contravenes any provisions of the Constitution, that particular law should be in abeyance. Now, having said that, we are not protesting, asking court to give us judgment. Get it right. We never protested against any issue that has to do with court.
The hashtag is free Nnamdi Kanu. So what are you protesting for?
I'm coming.
Okay.
So we are now asking that free Nnamdi Kanu now, because your actions, we are not talking about the executive, towards discriminating against him. What do we mean? Now let me start from the judicial angle. court, 5 courts, 2 foreign courts and 3 local courts has given judgment in favor of Nnamdi Kanu against federal government. 1 even awarded 1 billion naira in his favor against federal government. The other one awarded 500 million naira in his favor against federal government. Court of Appeal, the 3-man panel, they discharged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And federal government refused to comply with that law until after close to 2 weeks. They now remember that they can file no stay of execution. Then they file it in court and went to Supreme Court. Now, that one is on that. Now, the president now, instead of looking at all these issues, rather what the president did is this. He now directed the police and the army to go to the north, to go and negotiate and discuss with bandits. And all of us saw it with our naked eyes. Those who are committing the act. Secondly, the president now come back and see all those people. Court said, you are a murderer, you should die by hanging. You are a drug addict, you should serve sentence. President came back and pardoned all of them. And said that when you talk about that of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they said that one is in court. Now, Miriam Sanda, her own matter is still pending at the Supreme Court. The president did not even ask the lady, go and withdraw your appeal at the Supreme Court before I will consider you. Simply because she's from the north.
All right.
Now, when you see all these things, you see that this is a discrimination against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Igbos, which is against Section 42 of the Constitution, which say that you don't discriminate against anybody because of his religion, sex, tribe, or whatever thing. Okay.
So that is the response of Maxwell.
One, even awarded 1 billion.
Discrimination that they are discriminating. And it's focused on the presidents to do the right thing. Because the work stops on his table. They have the 3 arms of the government. They have the judiciary, they have the legislature, and they have the, what do they call it? The 3rd arm of it, which is what's that? I've forgotten. Remind me, my brother Christian, if you are still there.
You said, is it, the 3 tiers of government?
The 3 tiers of the government, yeah.
The executive, legislature, and yeah.
Yeah, executive. So the legislature have done their job. They brought out the law. The judiciary have interpreted the law. And they freed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on several occasions on 3 courts.
Yeah.
It's left for the executive to implement the law.
Yeah.
And the executive have refused to implement the law. That is why the protest be hold on. So the protest is not against the judiciary. It's not against the court. Like that buffoon, that call himself son is there talking on national TV, blaming the
man, old fools, coward. Imagine if that the journalist interviewing him, if he was human enough, if she was human enough, I guess is a lady, he would have asked him, okay, Allah Ejimako is the lead counsel. You said he has contravened by participating in the protest because he handles the case, or he's a lawyer. What about the junior brother of Nnamdi Kanu, who is not a lawyer, or is he also the lawyer? And so why are they holding him? Why do they put him there and some other people? So I don't understand it. So but she's not gonna say that. I mean, yeah. So everything they do is to favor their own side, the side of the enemy, and he is falling for it because he's part of them, you know. So if they have said to Nnamdi Kanu Junobra, you go, because this is why we are arresting Aloy Ejimako, right?
Yes.
Because that he is the lawyer for him. He's not supposed to participate. Okay, now we'll be talking about the legalities of the arrest, which I still feel that is illegal because, first of all, there's no law. He's making an example of a guy who we don't even know. He didn't mention his name. He said that he went and wrote his number or whatever, you know. And I've just said that I've seen Falana, who is also a counselor to Moyolo Shora at some point, and the Take It Back people came, though they were not massive, like thousands or millions, but they were, protest is protest, regardless of the number of the protesters, okay? So, and he was there making the case that the federal government should do this, they should do that. So why did they not? He's just a mad old man.
It is so sad. Let's see this reaction from Arise TV also.
Joining us now on the show is the Empress of Umukwata, Ojinika Ojo, with matters arising.
What are the matters arising? You are joining them.
Matters arising.
This man.
Matters arising.
Yes, we are finishing them. I'm following him. Yes.
Finish them. Ojo, this is Sefinilaba.
Now I see why your favorite color is red.
Tell me.
Pepper red.
Yes.
Pepper red.
Gave it to me.
Pepper red.
Since before I started working at Arise, I got the name Pepper Dem. Oh, Pepper Dem.
Why is it?
Well, all right. I don't know what that means. Well, all right. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending by focusing on reactions to the hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu protest in Abuja and the Southeast states led by activist Omoyele Sowore. The protest brought activities to a near standstill on Monday, October 20th, despite a court order and police warnings. Security operatives fired tear gas and gunshots to disperse protesters in Abuja who were demanding the release of the detained leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra. In Abuja, the protest began near Transcorp Hilton with protesters chanting, "Free Nnamdi Kanu now."
What do we want? Free Nnamdi Kanu now! What do we want? Free Nnamdi Kanu now! Free Nnamdi Kanu!
We are here addressing the press, exercising our right to freedom of expression, and you can see what the police, what they are doing, the way they are intimidating us as citizens of this country.
Free Nnamdi Kanu now! Don't tear gas us! Free Nnamdi Kanu now! Don't tear gas us! Nnamdi Kanu now! Nnamdi Kanu now! Let's go to Vega.
Rally.
Nobody, even a Fabio, cannot stop me. I'd rather die than to fold my hand and keep silent. We are in democracy. We are not in military government. Even during the military government, comrades like Sowore protested. We are in democracy, so I have every right to protest. Look at it. I'm a proudly Nigerian. The same police that I, James Mike, aka Flag Boy, aka You Talk You Die, I've been protesting for them to pay them good salary. I stood at the National Assembly for days protesting for Nigerian police. All they could do is to come out and tear gas me. If you can free drug dealers,
may their souls continue to pursue their oppressors.
Amen. Amen.
This was quite intense yesterday in Abuja. Meanwhile, President Tinubu's special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Ononuga, criticized one of Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers for participating in the Free Nnamdi Kanu protest, raising concerns about professional ethics and the principle of sub judice. Ononuga, in a post on X, expressed disappointment over the lawyer's decision to join what he described as a shambolic protest, stating, and I'll pull up Bayo Ononuga's post on X there. He wrote, "I spotted Aloy Ejimako, one of Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers, among the small group of protesters mobilized in Abuja by Omoyele Sowore. I wonder what Mr. Ejimako was thinking when he decided to join this shambolic protest. As a lawyer, he should be aware of the principle of sub judice, particularly in relation to the ongoing treason case before the court, rather than focusing on preparing a strong case. Mr. Ejimako has resorted to extra legal tactics, joining a career anarchist. He describes Showore as an anarchist. To influence the process, legal authorities should consider appropriate sanctions for unethical conduct of the bearded lawyer. And of course, you're laughing there, Rufai, you're laughing. You're laughing. I'll give you the opportunity. Yes, he called him an anarchist. Well, in response to Ononuga's comments, Showore stated that there is no law against a lawyer joining a peaceful protest, and that if Nnamdi Kanu is not released, even senior advocates of Nigeria will join the protest. Let's take a look.
The lawyer is a person, and the same right as those two. If they don't release Nnamdi Kanu, yes, senior advocates of Nigeria will join this. Yes. APC, police, doctors will join this protest. Yes. Even soldiers, like people who say no get time, nurses, everybody will join. We'll join. We're about to announce another date, and that one will be bigger. It will be the mother of all protests. Exactly. So they have a chance now. You know, when we were saying it, they thought it was a play. They thought it was play a few days ago when we say we are going to shut down this Abuja. Nothing happened in Abuja today. Even the judge that gave the order that we should not do protest, asked us to come back today. I heard he did not sit. He did not sit. He couldn't make it to his office. So we are not playing. We are not playing, but we are working together. The legally arrested protesters.
All right. He's claiming there's going to be another protest that he describes the mother of all protests, and he has yet to announce the date. But Showore was on our nightly news program, Primetime, where he confirmed that Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, Ejimako, and his brother were arrested. Rufai, I know that you want to speak on this, so I'll give you the floor. I mean, the lawyer has been arrested at this moment. Showore is saying that the prison or the police station or where the lawyer is being kept is like a dungeon. That's what he said on Primetime yesterday.
Very sad. And please, they should be let free. I mean, yes, because they protested. I mean, once you arrest them, you take their findings and everything. Please just let them free. Second, the one I want to laugh about is what name did Mr. Bayo Ononuga called
Showore.
No, there's another. Is there something anarchist?
He said he's called him an anarchist.
No, I want the exact name because I want to laugh very well.
Is it persistent anarchist?
Was it persistent? Is it persistent anarchist? I want the exact word because that word is really intriguing to me. You know what? I want the exact word.
Tell me.
In the 90s, when Showore was protesting at the university, and Mr. Bayo Ononuga with his paper was supporting Showore there because the protests, they were all together. Showore was not an anarchist then. No. When they were all together, didn't Showore come out recently to say that even Mr. Bayo Ononuga played a fundamental role by supporting the career anarchist? So when they were protesting against June 12th, that Mr. Bayo Ononuga was part of against the military, Showore was not a career anarchist then because the protest supported them. The likes of Mr. Bayo Ononuga giving Showore coverage in his paper then, he was not a career anarchist then. So it is today now that Mr. Bayo Ononuga now remembers because he's in a government that they are presenting that is opposing what you want. It's today he remembers. This Nigeria will bust your mind, please. You know sometimes they say, if you live long enough in this country, you will see rubbish. You see, the truth has to be said. When interest does not align, these are the things. These are people I respect so much. Mr. Bayo Ononuga. You know why I respect this man? He had so much fundamentals then. He was told to come and apologize for something, about his story or something. He said never.
You mean Bayo Ononuga's?
Yes, back in the 90s. No, I'm talking. No, it's not now. I'm saying history.
Okay.
Back in the 90s. That's why they left Concord. And they went to set up the news then. Him and the great Babafemi Ojodu, they were told to come and apologize. I said, no, we're not going to put in a word. They stood for their conviction. I will still always remember and respect Mr. Bayo Ononuga for that. Because they were those that were in the midst of struggle in this country. But today, like I asked, what changed? It's the same better Nigeria these guys are protesting for that you, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, protested for there. Now you are slamming the lawyer. When them Ganifa were me and them Femi Falana were protesting them, marching for June 12th, you didn't remember to report them to the NBA there because you are on the same side. Now that it has changed now, you say the lawyers, the Jimako and the likes are sub judice.
Yeah,
let's
hypocrisy.
go into the itinerary of sub judice. You know how many matters that are sub judice that people prognosing? All we are calling for is sanity in this process.
Yeah.
I have not said everything Nnamdi Kanu did was right, but I'm calling for fairness. A court of appeal, I said, leave this man. Even the Supreme Court judgment to overturn all of this.
Man, just 1 minute. You see, one thing he said now, Rufai.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dele Farotimi is always repeating same version that I've not said or have not that everything Nnamdi Kanu did was right, but they don't. I don't know. Okay, they don't specify what is that thing. What is? Can you say? Yeah. Name one of those, because these two guys, you know, who are like, you know, they are against the injustices and the evilness that plague the country. But they always, when it comes to Nnamdi Kanu, yeah, they will acknowledge that his freedom, his right, blah blah blah. But they will always put in there that not everything. So what is that thing they never say? Because anyway, it is what it is. But so yeah,
that thing that is there is that he's an Igbo man.
Yes, well, it's crazy. It's crazy.
He's an Igbo man. So if
because
you are an Igbo man, you don't put that caveat.
Yeah.
You go work.
Yeah, because
so once you have to do an Igbo man, you must put a caveat that people, so that people can allow you to speak.
Exactly, because that caveat they are putting there is very equally indicting, self-indictment, because Sunday Igboho did similar thing. In fact, worse, because he had arms. Sunday Igboho, they saw arms in his. Yeah, he was. They find arms, and
in his own case, they recovered arms in his house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But none of it. And you know, anyway, so you know the painful thing about this whole thing is that Nigerian government and their collaborators, including all these criminal Igbo guy that said he's a son, they all know that they have nothing on Nnamdi Kanu, absolutely nothing. The process of bringing him in is so illegal as they come. Now, maybe they are hoping that they can get him on the law of sedition, but it has also been proven that sedition is not recognized in Nigeria and in most countries around the world. So how are you going to do that? And that is why they are trying to apply other techniques by just keep postponing, and but we shall see. Anyway, let's just follow and see, my brother.
Now that it has changed now, you say the lawyers, the Jimako and the likes are sub judice. Let's go into the itinerary of sub judice. You know how many matters that are sub judice that people prognosing? All we are calling for is sanity in this process. I have not said everything Nnamdi Kanu did was right, but I'm calling for fairness. A court of appeal, I said, leave this man. Even the Supreme Court judgment to overturn all of this. There was one dissenting judge. Igbo leaders went to President Buhari, asked for political solution. And we are hearing dragging of this case, dilly-dally, here and there. And people come out to protest because it's a national matter. And we are casting aspersions on them. This is the same Mr. Bayo Onanuga that we used to read all this articles. I used to press the neck of them Obasanjo, any small thing, bumper to bumper with the news.
Yes.
But what changed? That's what we ask.
All right.
So if you live long enough in this country, you will see a lot too.
Speaking about the protests, we also saw pockets of protests in southeast states. However, major streets in Enugu were deserted on Monday as many residents opted to stay off the streets in solidarity with the ongoing demonstrations. Government offices were open, but activities were minimal, while commercial banks, schools, shops and malls remained closed with no movement of commercial vehicles. The protests coincidence with the 5th anniversary of EndSARS demonstrations added symbolic weight to the day, highlighting ongoing tensions around detention, justice, and citizens' rights to peaceful assembly in Lagos. The executive director of Enough is Enough Nigeria, Yemi Adamalekun, was stopped and assaulted by security officers while attempting to lay flowers in honor of the victims of the 2020 NSAS protests. The incident has sparked widespread condemnation on social media. A video shared by News Central TV showed Ademalekun being confronted by security personnel who prevented her from performing the symbolic act at the memorial site.
Here is abomination.
The Lekki Tollgate has become a symbol site for remembrance of the NSAS victims, where Nigerians annually commemorate those who reportedly lost their lives during the October 2020 protests. This incident raises questions about the right to peaceful remembrance and freedom of expression in public spaces. I'll take some reactions on X. This person actually posted on Instagram, stating, "It's painful to watch this. She only came to pay respect, yet she was treated like an enemy. When will we learn that power should serve the people, not crush them? They fear remembrance because truth exposes guilt. No one should be assaulted for honoring the victims." Well, Deji Adeyoju also condemned this. He wrote on X, "I condemn the harassment of notable human rights activist Yemi Ademalekun of Enough is Enough Nigeria by the ever senseless security agents who have no respect or regard for human rights in Nigeria." And that's the actual point. Who authorized this move, actually? Because I will really doubt that this was an order that you should have no one in that area. I mean, I don't know if you have gotten any response from the Lagos state government as to why this happened to Yemi.